Talking about the American response to the rapprochement between Riyadh and Tehran, this is the statement from the White House. John Kirby, the spokesperson, said, "De-escalation and diplomacy together with deterrence are key pillars of the policy President Biden outlined during his visit to the region last year." How would you assess the American influence and credibility in the region over the past decades?
Well, the word deterrence doesn't really make any sense here. It's completely unnecessary, and it shows that the Americans really don't want peace and stability. And when we look at what many senior think tank officials say and policymakers have been saying in the United States, it's clear that they are very unhappy. And the same is true in Tel Aviv. The problem is that the United States, instead of playing a constructive role, instead of making real friends in the region, what they've done from literally the beginning of their presence in this part of the world is that they began destroying the region. In the 1980s, they supported Saddam Hussein in his invasion of Iran. The U.S. and its allies gave Saddam chemical weapons. Then they also supported extremists in Afghanistan in their dirty war. Later on, it came back to haunt them, and we had 9/11. And then the U.S. invaded Afghanistan. Then they invaded and destroyed Iraq. And, of course, the dirty war in Syria and in Yemen and Libya, and the list goes on. So the United States has destroyed huge parts of West Asia. And they've constantly manipulated one country against another, or one part of society against another. This region belongs to the people of this region. And the United States has no right to expect to have preeminence. The United States, in fact, if it would rethink its role in the world and treat other countries with respect and as equals, the United States would benefit a great deal more from its presence in this region. Instead, what we've had is that the United States, because it demands preeminence, it has launched wars that have caused huge problems for the United States economy. And the only reason, or let's say a major reason, why I think this breakthrough has happened is because the United States is on the decline. As the United States weakens, relatively speaking, there are greater opportunities for countries to reestablish ties, to improve ties, both in West Asia, but also in the broader Asian continent as well.